please put your palms together for meditation breathing. There is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Winnie the Pooh. If you would please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 I read that meditation because there are just times where we tend to think that we are not strong enough to handle things or strong enough to make decisions. And that brings me to meditation. Meditation, you ask? Yeah, meditation is like having the mind of the Buddha. Calm, serene, and it's undisturbed. It's the first step towards understanding our true selves. There's a story about before Shakyamuni Buddha became the Buddha. His name was Prince Siddhartha. And he practiced for, many years as a sage. And he starved himself. Can you imagine eating a grain of rice a day? And a sip of water a day? So, as he was going through this, his mind became weaker. His body became weaker. And he went down to the river where he met a maiden, a village maiden, by the name of Sujata. And Sujata looked at him and said, and offered him some rice gruel. He didn't gobble it down, but he ate at a moderate pace. And he knew if he ate too much, he would get sick. So, and after that, after he bathed and he felt a little bit better, he decided to meditate underneath the Bodhi tree. And he said he would not come out of that state until he attained enlightenment. So he sits under the Bodhi tree. But as he's in this state, he's tempted by King Mara, who's all the blind passions we have. And King Mara tried everything to get him to surrender to his desires, his blind passions. But Siddhartha sat his ground and he deepened his meditative state where it was calm, peaceful, undisturbed. And he was not afraid of what was being tempted to him. And he was steadfast in his state. And that brings us to who is in command of our greed, our anger, our ignorance? No one but ourselves. We are the ones that, in any state of meditation, to think, gives us that time to think of our true self and question, why? What is this greed? Where is it coming from? Where is our blind passions coming from? And the only one that can answer it is you. I can't answer any of those questions. I don't know what goes inside here. I know what goes in my mind. And I question, I do stop and question. Yet, I go ahead and do it anyway. Whatever it is. Maybe I'll regret it later. But I thought about it. And I did the pros and cons on it. And I make my decision. And it's not out of a hasty mind, but a calm mind. And I'm evaluating. I'm looking at the pros and cons. And maybe that's a meditative state where we can stand back and think. And we can look at Winnie the Pooh, and he's saying that, yes, we are stronger than we think we are. We're wiser than we think we are. But we just have to sit back and think, which is a state of meditation. You don't have to go into a real deep state. It's just being able to sit and think and being able to calm your mind so you can think in a more rational way. And that's what the Buddha did. That's what Siddhartha did. And once he attained enlightenment, he was at peace. A peace that he could see and understand our suffering and sorrows. But who brings on this suffering and sorrows? Us. Each individual. So individual meditation is a time of self-reflection. It's not a time of attaining enlightenment, but self-reflection and finding tranquility so that we can think. That's where Namu Amida Butsu comes in. Nembutsu. It's our form of meditation. Listening, figuring out what Namu Amida Butsu or Nembutsu means to us. And it's not a quick answer, and it's not a quick solution, but it gives us time. It gives us just that little bit of patience, tranquility, peace. It gives us calm. So when we put our palms together in Nembutsu and Gasho, it's not just in gratitude and thankfulness, but it's also a little bit of meditation on our part. It's a little bit of trying to find that little peace somewhere within ourselves. So when we are troubled, when we can't make that decision, just remember, you are braver than you believe, and you're stronger than you seem, and smarter, much smarter than you think. As the Buddha sat in meditation, he thought of all these. He didn't think of Winnie the Pooh, but he did think of all these things. And it was all of self-reflection. And looking at what, why, where do these blind passions come from? And we put our palms together in gratitude for letting us look within ourselves and giving us direction and guidance into finding our true selves. So if you would please join me by putting your palms together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Please tune in for next week, part 2 of the meditative state. Thank you very much.